everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie for those who don't know me, and I am reviewing Seeking Brother Husband. I never thought I would be in the polygamous world, but here we are exploring with this new show, Seeking Brother Husband. It's a spinoff of the show Sister Wives. So listen, Sister Wives never drew me, but Seeking Brother Husband, now I'm intrigued. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. If you are new or if you are returning and you haven't checked my other platforms, please make sure to do so just to show me some extra support. I would greatly appreciate it. So we're gonna start by explaining the difference between polyamory and polyandry. So polyamory is somebody who, I think it's just people who have multiple intimate partners. So I think both people in the primary relationship are allowed to have other intimate partners. And then polyandry is when a woman is married to multiple partners. If I'm not mistaken, that's what it is. The point of the matter is, it's an agreement among the people in the relationship to explore other intimate relationships. It's not cheating. Remember that. It's not cheating. So the first couple we have is Elisa, who is 32, and Mike, who is 35. They've been married for 4 years. She's a social media manager and he is a mechanical engineer, right? These two want to explore polyandry because she, before they were married, cheated on her husband, and it kind of ignited this whole exploration of multiple partners inside of her. Wait. That sounded so weird. It ignited it inside of her. Not that she wants, well, she also does want multiple. You know what? Forget it.
I just had this really intense connection with somebody else.
Decided to stay with her and just grow from there.
He understands me in a way that, nobody else ever will.
Mike does not want this. Mike does not want this at all. As the man was explaining their relationship, he looks dead behind the eyes. I'm like, oh, poor Mike. And I'm interested to know when the conversation actually started. I'm pretty sure they talked about it in the episode, but I missed that because she cheated while they were still dating, yet they married as a monogamous couple, and they're only now exploring polyandry. You know what I mean? So I wonder, did she cheat again, or what's really the deal? So she is now starting her journey to find an extra partner, and she's going on dating sites with the help of her mother.
So he knows you're doing it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he knows. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Instead of being satisfied with what you got to look for more.
But you make it seem like,
well, I'm just trying to understand.
I'm not happy.
I don't think it's terribly difficult to accept, but I do worry.
Listen, I low-key was with the mom. I was like, what? Are you sure Mike is okay with this? Why do you want to do this? Something in this dynamic seems so off, I'm getting the sense that there was another relationship violation, most likely cheating, that they don't want to talk about on the show so that it doesn't make her look like this evil person who's forcing Mike into things. But I just get the sense that Elisa got a wandering eye, okay? And clearly she doesn't know how to, how do I say it? Clearly she doesn't know how to keep her eye on her man. So at least if they agree to be in a polyamorous relationship, or they agree to polyandry, then she can do what she wants to do without disrespecting her partner blatantly. You know what I mean? So anyways, now it comes time to talk about the parameters of how this is going to look. What are the boundaries? Can her extra partner stay in the house or not? Mike is not with it.
Do you think you'd want to meet them?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah. There's no bringing anyone back to the apartment. I want our apartment to be our place.
Well, it's still going to be our place. They couldn't come back here, and we couldn't, be in the second bedroom?
I mean, I guess, yeah, I'm not really quite comfortable with that yet.
Either Elisa's delusional or Mike is a really good liar, because she's under the impression that this is a group decision. It is not. It is not. I mean, he's saying yes, but his heart looks like it's saying no. Like, obviously I can't see his heart, but just his countenance changes every time she brings up polyandry, and he's obviously not comfortable with the men being over at the house. And at first he had said the boundary is not in our marital bed. So she had said, okay, well, we have a second bedroom. He's like, okay, well, not in our marital home. I don't know. Elisa, I think you need to open your eyes and ask Mike a lot more questions, because he's not as down with it as he's presenting. Next, we have Kenya, who's 48, Carl, who's 52, and Tiger, who is 50. These three, I got some thoughts about these three. So Kenya has been married to Carl for 26 years with 3 children, and married to Tiger for 10 years with no children. Carl and Kenya are entrepreneurs, and Tiger is an investor. Okay. What I'm realizing is both the women so far have shared that the reason why they wanted to explore polyandry is because there's a different side of them that comes out in exploring intimate relationships with other men.
You have to allow women to be free and express themselves, and as a man, I need to support her in doing that.
Thrill-seeking, excitement, traveling, and that's who Tiger fits. Carl fits one part of who I am, philosophical and spiritual, but I'm both of those people in one body.
I'm not gonna lie to you. A part of me is like, I mean, isn't this what friends are for? Like, a part of me says that. And then another part of me is like, I can understand why you would want to explore other parts of your personality or other passions that you have with somebody who can relate to them. And in this case, it seems like Carl and Kenya have kind of grown apart. They still have love for each other, but that in love phase has definitely died down for them. Even when they're talking about their sexual relationship, the only time that they engage is when they both have that desire for each other.
Tiger and Kenya spend most of their nights together. They're the primary sexual unit. I love being alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, my thing is like being in my room. I'm kind of like very introverted in many ways. When Kenya does desire intimacy with her, with myself, and I desire intimacy with her, then we share that.
But as you hear Kenya speak, she's a lot more sexually charged. So I think Carl's like, yeah, I'm good. I like my own space. I like to do my own thing. And Kenya is like yearning for that affection, yearning for that love, yearning for those butterflies, that honeymoon feel. And she's not getting that with Carl. She is getting that with Tiger. However, after 10 years, that's starting to die down too. So here Kenya is looking for yet another partner. Carl's okay with it. Tiger, not so much.
Is that going to make you happy?
Well, I like being in love. It's not that you're not enough. It's that we're moving from one phase to the next. I get up, I want to have a sexual interaction. You're like, gosh, no, why do you keep bothering me?
If she's not in the same bedroom with me, I don't see us having sex as much.
I'm really starting to learn that, and I hope in me saying this, it's not insulting anybody who's in the world of polygamy. I'm learning that, and also if I get the terms wrong, guys, I'm trying, okay? Kenya does not feel comfortable with the feelings of what long-term love looks like and feels like. So just because a relationship has kind of hit a steady pace does not mean that the romance is dead, does not mean that the fire is dead. So I think now in her wanting to pursue a new relationship, she's looking for that puppy love, that excitement, that honeymoon feel that has disappeared with these men. And so I wonder, at what point have you reached the cap of the men that you're going to bring into the home? Because it's always going to decrease. Those feelings, they're always going to decrease. You're not always going to have butterflies for your partner. You're not always going to be in the honeymoon phase with your partner. And I kind of feel for Tiger, because Tiger feels like he's being pushed out and her looking for somebody else. Because for him, the in-love feelings are still there. You know, the fire is still burning for him. So he's wondering, what could you possibly want in another partner that I cannot give you? One of those things that he cannot give her is sex. She claims that she wants a lot more sex than Tiger is offering at the moment. And then we know Carl Carl don't want nothing to do with that woman unless he feels the urge to have sex, what, once or twice a year? That's me exaggerating. But yeah, I do think that polyandry does work for them. There seems to be a content spirit in this house. But for Kenya herself, I just wonder how she's going to reconcile those like feelings within herself of constantly wanting the new and exciting, because that's always going to disappear. At some point, say you've got 6 men in the house now, are you going to be content with those 6 men, or are you going to still be looking for a 7th? Tiger is also frustrated that he and Kenya haven't had a wedding, so they're not married legally. Can you actually legally? Is polyamory legal in the States? Somebody please let me know. But anyways, he's frustrated that he hasn't had a wedding, and that's kind of why he feels like the relationship is not in a good standing for her to go and proceed with somebody else. And her reasoning is weddings are to bring people together. And unfortunately for them, Tiger's mom is not okay with this relationship. She feels like Tiger's just dating a married woman rather than being in a polyandrous relationship. So he's like, it's okay, my mom doesn't have to be there. And Kenya's like, well, weddings are for unity, bringing everyone together. So if everyone doesn't want to come together, I don't see the point. Listen, if you ask me, I think at the end of the day, if you know you want to be married to this man, and if you know that there are people on his side of the family who would come and support you, I'd say do it. Especially since she does want to keep exploring. You don't want anyone in your relationship feeling insecure and feeling like you're not on good grounds. And if all he's wanting is a wedding, girl, just do the wedding. Lastly, we have Kim, who is 37, and Dustin. No, sorry, there's 3 people. Kim is 37. Dustin is 42 and Vincent is 36. So Kim is a teacher and Dustin is a massage therapist. They've been married for 13 years and have 2 sons together. No. They have 1 son together, and Dustin has 2 sons from a previous marriage. And then she was previously married. There's a lot with these 3. She was previously married to a devout Christian. She's no longer in that lifestyle anymore. His family thinks that she converted him to not wait. Or is it the other way around? It's confusing, okay? She used to be Christian. She ain't Christian no more, okay? Vincent has 2 children, and he was also previously married. So amongst these 3, there are 3 previous marriages and 5 children.
Dustin and I were both kind of in that same stage of leaving that first marriage and like having to start all over again. They kind of blamed Dustin and thought that, you know, he was the one to kind of turn me away from God.
I had already gone through the shame, the embarrassment of 2 failed marriages.
All of a sudden, our families were just able to mesh together so well with his girls and my son.
My head was absolutely spinning with this couple because I can't tell if Vincent is a permanent or if he's a trial. It seems like the kids get along as siblings. You do see only 1 child from Kim and Dustin's relationship. It seems like Dustin's other kids are primarily with his ex-wife. But the kids have been around each other. But Vincent recently has been feeling neglected in this relationship just because she, like Kenya, is wanting to add another person into the mix, and he feels like he's being swapped out.
We've missed our friends a lot and our family because, gosh, I'm gonna like legit get emotional. Whew. Like if you wanted to be romantically involved, it would have to mean that you're okay with me being possibly romantically involved with other people too.
You ask yourself, are you enough? Are you what this person even wanted initially? Where does that leave me?
The newer additions, so that would be Tiger and Vincent, have this jealousy of the woman wanting to explore, but the main men don't. And so could the main men coach the new additions? Like, could they explain what they were feeling at the time and why it's a good thing for the woman to want to add another person and have this new avenue of feminine exploration? I think that's what they're calling it. So that there isn't this awkward tension. Because as it stands right now, Vincent has like left the home. He used to be very engulfed with his family. They used to be the three of them, three amigos. Well, amigos is because they're, it used to be the three of them. And so now that he's removed himself, both Kim and Dustin feel like there's a void in the family. Listen, eventually, Vincent, it's going to get stale with you, and she's going to feel like she needs that new avenue of expression. But the love is still there, apparently. Listen, this is so interesting to me. You have no idea. Like, the love is still there. It's just not that new feeling, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're being swapped out. It just means there's more to love. So in the season, it's looking like Vincent is still going to have a hard time with Kim exploring. And Vincent seems to love... Okay. Now, how do I say this? I feel like Vincent loves... Okay, no, because I need an explanation on polyandry. In polyandry, the men don't have a relationship, right? Like an intimate one, but they're friends. However, I don't think Vincent sees this as like polyandry. I think he sees this as I love Kim, if that's making sense. So this is going to be a really hard thing for him. Yeah, it's going to be a really hard thing for him to grasp, because now you've got the kids involved and everything. And if he feels like he's being swapped out, he's eventually probably going to remove himself completely, which means now he's out of Kim's life. He's out of Dustin's life. The kids are out of each other's life. Like, it's a mess with these three, at least with Carl, Kenya, and Tiger. Tiger's frustration is the fact that his and Kenya's relationship isn't solidified with the whole wedding thing. He's not super jealous that Kenya wants to explore. He just wants to make sure that they are good at the end of the... Well, you know, then maybe Kim should just marry Vincent, because they're not married. It seems like he's still just a boyfriend. I don't know, guys. It's a lot. It is a lot to get into. I'm so interested to see how Mike is going to navigate this, because I know deep down in his heart, this man does not want to do this. Does not want to do this. We're also going to see a new couple that comes in, another black couple. I used to think, yo, black people don't do this. Black people do. Very clearly. So, anyways, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll be dropping the second episode tomorrow. The episodes drop on Sundays. So right now, since Love is Blind is here, it might take me a few days to upload, but when Love is Blind is over, you'll probably see Seeking Brother Husband videos on Mondays. So yeah, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.